Just before we get into this video, I just wanted to give a massive thank you to Ram89572 for your massive $200 donation that you did. I truly am grateful for that. Thank you so much for that. It was a shock to me when I said it in my comments. I was just like, holy moly. So thank you very much for your very, very generous kind donation. It means a lot. I wish I could say a lot more than just a bumbling thank you mess. People on live streams know how messy I get when it comes to really big donations because I don't know what to say. I just appreciate it so much. So thank you from me, and also thank you from this little Muppet here. Boop. All right. Let's start this video. Greetings everyone, and welcome back to another installment in the iWish series. A series in which I investigate rather dubious tech products sold on various sites around the web just to see if they're any good. Most of the time they're not, but I like to buy this stuff so you don't have to. And today we're looking at another first for the channel, and that is a device with an Eink display. I really wanted to take a look at one for a long time, and I do own a Yoda phone in my collection, which is right here. It does have some slight cosmetic damage to it, but it does work and it does function. But just Eink displays and Android are just such a weird mix. So I've really wanted to take a proper look at one for some time, and in today's one, I'm finally going to be taking a look at one. However, it's not a smartphone. Or I don't think it is anyways. This was found on the live stream I did on the 15th of June, and everyone was just throwing suggestions out there, and I believe someone suggested an Eink device. I had a look, I found this, and you folks generously donated towards seeing this product reviewed on the channel. So a massive thank you to all these folks displayed on screen. I appreciate you all so much for doing what you do, and I hope this is going to be an entertaining one, because we might have to do some mad hacks in this video to get this thing working, because I only discovered about half an hour ago that this thing is Chinese only, and it doesn't have English, so we have to do something. But anyways, thank you very much to all of you folks. You're amazing. And who knows how long this video is going to go for, so if you don't want to sit back and watch the whole entire thing unfold, feel free to use the timestamps in the description, as well as the pinned comment, so you can skip to wherever you'd like to be. There's no camera on this, so there's no camera test, but we should be able to do a speaker test and display test. Not much I can do with an Eink display, so in today's one, we're going to be taking a look at the original MOAAN. That's what it says, MOAAN or MOAAN. InkPalm 5 ebook 5.2-inch Eink 300 ppi screen tablet ebook e-reader Android 8.1 Eink smartphone. That's a bit of a tongue twister there, and currently it's $143 Australian with free shipping on AliExpress. That's honestly quite expensive for an Android device with an Eink display. I mean, the Hisense ones that have Eink displays and color Eink displays are like $400 plus, so this was the cheapest one I could find. But I'll display smuz jank currency conversion chart on screen so you get a rough idea of how much this costs around the world. Granted, it's just me going to Google and typing in the different currencies and hoping they come up, so I apologize if this is not up to scratch. That's why it's called a jank currency conversion chart. Down into the description, it says, in a word, a smartphone with an Eink screen. So it is a smartphone. I have no idea. Android 8.1 open system, support app installation, give you a richer reading experience, more independent use. 5.2 inches screen, more suitable for one hand. Large battery of 1400 mAh, giving you longer battery life. 4.24 level double warm dimming. Okay. Cool. Has Android 8.1, that supports app installation, so no Google Play services. 1 gig of RAM, 32 gigs of storage, the 5.2-inch Eink display, 1400 mAh battery, as I just noted, 115 grams for the weight, backlight display, yes, and Wi-Fi being 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. So yeah, as I was getting the pictures for the listing, I then seen this. Note, the system language is Chinese, and then it says, luckily with a little bit of work, you can change the languages to anything you want, including the home screen UI and all of the menus. I have to do a couple of things here to get a proper launcher on it and then go from there. But I'm going to play around with it just how it is, and then we'll do some mad hacks and then get it into English. They've also got this little paragraph here. The InkPalm 5 e-reader employs a 5.2-inch e-ink Carta HD e-paper screen that is flush with the bezel with a layer of glass. It has a resolution of 1280 by 720 and 284 pixels per inch. Didn't it say 300 before? Anyways, it has 24 white and amber LED lights, so you can read during the night or low light environments. It only weighs 115 grams and very convenient to carry and can be easily fit your pocket. Okay. This is the smallest e-reader that is currently available and more modern than the Kobo Mini. In terms of the operating system, it runs on Android 8.1 OS and comes integrated with 5 major bookstores of Jingdong Reading, Variety Reading, WeChat Reading, Kindle Reading, and Handy Reading. It has the ability to sideload apps and ebooks. Underneath the hood is a quad-core processor, 1 gig of RAM, and 32 gigs of storage. There is a USB-C port for transferring data and charging the Mini. It is powered by a 1500 mAh battery. Was 1400, but now it's 1500. Other features include support for dual-band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.0, and power and volume buttons on the side. The volume keys can be used as page turn buttons for ebooks. And if you're wondering about the pictures in the listing, they're all in Chinese. so there's no point in showing them. So it's much better if I just grab the device, open it up, show you all, and start from there.
Wait a second, Smuz has to tell you all something. How does Eink work? I'm glad you asked out there, because I was going to do this whole entire video and not explain how Eink works whatsoever. In fact, I actually didn't even know how Eink worked. So how does Eink work? Let me tell you. So Eink screens use tiny capsules filled with black and white particles. These particles are called pigment microcapsules, and they are suspended in a clear fluid. Each capsule is made up of a positively charged white particle and a negatively charged black particle, and they're each surrounded in clear fluid, which is also positively charged. When a negative electric charge is applied to the top of the capsule, the black particles are attracted to the top and become visible. When a positive electric charge is applied to the top of the capsule, the white particles are attracted to the top and become visible. The Eink screen is made up of millions of these little particles. Shut up, Windows. The Eink screen is made up of millions of these little tiny capsules arranged in a grid. The computer or phone, tablet, whatever, sends signals to the specific capsules to tell them whether to display black or white. When you turn a page, the computer, phone, tablet, device, whatever, sends a signal to turn off the current image and displays the next one by selectively applying charges to the appropriate capsules, creating a new image. And the beauty of Eink is that the image doesn't require any power to maintain once it is being displayed. So your device can remain on for days, weeks, months, depending on the device, just displaying the current image and it won't do anything. Like my laptop that just turned off and I was reading a script of it. That's okay. If you didn't understand what I just said and you zoned out and you're still thinking, how does it even work? Black and white particles are in little capsules and bzz, and then and just Google it if my explanation didn't make any sense whatsoever. Okay, I hope you've learned something with Smuz today. Let's continue on.
Which it only took 10 days from China to Australia. That's pretty good. Once again, same like the Motor Corona. Anyways, let's take a look at this thing. I'm excited to see what it can do, and maybe we can not use any of the stuff to get into the system. I have no idea. We'll just see how we go. Alright, so we've got the device. Then we have, oh, a case. That's nice. Alright, let's quickly take a look at this case first. There it is, it's just a case. Nothing much to it. So it reckons that this is a Xiaomi device. Well, there's a koi fish on there. I know that. And it's, yeah, it's the MOAAN. And, yep, it's the InkPalm 5. On the back is all these specifications which we've already talked about. 1 gig plus 32 gigabytes. Alright, let's take a look at MOAAN. Alright. Chinese. Writing. Does it come with another case or something? Does it? No, it comes with a USB cable and a plastic screen protector and instructions and a little warranty card. This will all be in Chinese, I'd assume. Yes, that's correct. Oh, a little panda on there. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh, he's sleeping. Oh, well, it's very lightweight, 115 grams, that's correct. I'm sure if I did a bend test, it'd snap in half easy. Well, this is it. It's thin. It says MOAAN on the back. I assume we've got speakers down there, hopefully. Microphone somewhere. Volume keys, power button is red, and it's got a little texture to it. No headphone jack. That's it. That's pretty much around this thing. And the color is, yeah, it's sort of, it's like the lightest shade of green. Oh yeah. Oh boy. That's, that would snap so easily. But, I mean, this is only meant for reading ebooks. It's definitely not a smartphone because there's no earpiece and, well, there's no SIM card slot or anything. And putting the case on, well, okay, well, you know, that does help. And put the screen protector on and it's good to go. But too bad it wasn't a phone. That'd be kind of cool having it like this. Alright, well, it's time to power this thing on and see how Android runs on an Eink display. On we go. It's alive. It is alive. Do I have to do setup or anything? I can still see the picture of the panda. Nope, he's gone now because it's refreshed. I am going to be trying gaming on this. Wish me a whole lot of luck. Oh, it kind of just went a little bit warm, the colour. Just sort of, yeah. While there it is. Oh, there's some English there. What are they talking about? It's English. Guess I don't have to do anything there then. Alright, can I swipe down? Ah, boy. Oh, this feels so weird. Need to connect external device to listen. Oh my god, there's no speaker on this either. Oh, wow. What if I swipe left, swipe right? Logo touch instructions. The single point function defaults to return, a long press function defaults to full refresh. I known. Okay. Yep. Alright, well it's time to talk about the display on this. Now as I said earlier, with the very brief explanation of how Eink displays work, with the whole tiny capsules and particles and stuff, if we go for a zoom, that's what it looks like, and it literally looks like a piece of paper that's got a print on it. It honestly does look really good. Just take a closer look at everything that's displayed on there. You can see how it's not pixels, but rather blobs that form all of the little icons and stuff. Now, there are videos that show how it all refreshes and stuff, but for example, if I press refresh, see how it all refreshes? I've actually got another launcher on it at the moment. I'm filming this bit after I've done the rest of the review. So like if I swipe up, take a look at the Grand Theft Auto icon there, and the languages as well. You can see it all, how it's all just made up of blobs and not pixels. And that's where the whole Android functionality is a bit questionable, because Android with an Eink display and the animations and stuff like that, it kind of doesn't work out too well, but just on static screens and reading books and stuff, this display is really, really good. I am very new to Eink displays and the terminology of them and stuff. Earlier in the listing, it said this is a Carta display, but I'm actually not too sure of what generation this display is. It could be from 2013, or it could be a lot newer than that, so you folks will probably have to let me know on that one. But we're not quite finished with the display yet, because you do have two modes. You have graphic mode and text mode. For the majority of the review, I was using text mode, but using graphic mode kind of works, which you'll see later on. But how bright the display is though, is like this. As you can see from different angles, it's perfectly readable because it's like a piece of paper. The whole thing with Eink displays is to be readable and not strain the eyes. And this display's backlight is very reasonable. I've been able to use this, you know, in the dark like I am now, and outside as well. It was perfectly fine. And you can change the color temperature as well to be more cool, like that. But if you don't want that sort of blue light, which it is emitting, you can then switch it up to the more warmer color, which I've done most of the review on. You can also change the contrast as well. If you have it on the maximum, everything looks a little bit sharper, but I've had it on about 3 or 4 for majority of the review, and it looks pretty good. So when it comes to e-readers, when you're reading a book on them, it refreshes pretty much every time you turn the page, whereas this, you have to manually refresh it. Like, for example, you can see where all of the icons are just stuck from all the little capsules and stuff in there, so that's why you got to come to refresh. It does it, and there you go, you can start using it again. But for a display that's primarily meant for reading text and very basic functions, it's a pretty nifty thing. I really do like it. But as I said, with Android implemented on this, things become a little bit messy later on, which it's not intended to be playing games on this. It's not intended for watching videos and stuff, but I will be showing that later on, and you'll see that the display is not meant for that, but I just wanted to showcase you all what it looks like on one of these. I think I've talked about this display long enough, and I think you all understand what's going on with this, so let's move on. Account management, system account. Is it Xiaomi though? I don't know what this is. Owner account. Oh, I can. Wait, can I do Gmail? No, I can't do Gmail. Okay, well, network settings, Wi-Fi. There it all is there. Speedy Wi-Fi. Standard Gboard, is it? Oh, yeah, okay. Yes. Let me type in my password. Is there a vibration motor on this? I don't know if it's incredibly slow, or the fact that the Eink display is refreshing, you know, as slow as it is. I'm connected to Wi-Fi. That was painful to type that. Not gonna lie. Bluetooth, AirPlay mode, VPN, device settings, sleep after 5 minutes, screen lock password. Do we want to put a password? No, that's okay. We won't put a password. Wallpaper. I mean, yeah, there's the koi fish one, and a burb, and Chinese, 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 more Chinese, more Chinese, more Chinese, and more Chinese. Cool. I like the koi fish, to be fairly honest. Wallpaper. There you go. There's the koi fish, which was on the box. This is where I've pretty much left the phone and done battery tests and stuff with that just displaying on there. Because the screen's not using any power on a static display, you can just leave it like that and it looks pretty. So you can have a koi fish on the wall. Or alternatively, what you can do, you can open up a picture on here, and this is Ripley when she was a little baby. And you can have that on the display. You can tell it's Ripley, but if we go for a zoom up, you can see that it is just all little blobs that make up the picture of Ripley. Fonts, default font or My Sans. All good there. Date and time should be correct. No, right time zone now. There we go. Language and input, display and volume, brightness, color temperature, global contrast, media sound, notification sound, other sound. Is there best loudness here? No, that's it. And touch sound. I've tried on the go on this and it doesn't seem to work. And I don't think the USB-C adapter to a headphone jack is actually working. So what you'd have to do is use some Bluetooth earphones to be able to get audio from this. Sad that it doesn't have a speaker. Wouldn't have been that much to really implement, but I guess it is what it is. Logo control. Yep, so that's just to control it. Basically just a home button. Function keys for the volume and the page turning. Battery percentage we'll put on, which honestly, the battery life should hold up quite well in this because we don't have an LCD, which would be sucking more power. We have an Eink display, which is basically not even power hungry. But I would say we have a MediaTek chip in this, which will probably eat that battery. But we'll see. App Manager, unknown source, we'll put on. Application information. Oh, here it all is here. I'll show system. QuickShortcutMaker will be fun on this. I'll just scroll through this and you can see it refresh. Boot Wizard. Okay, that'll be fun to open, but I believe there's no Google services on here. It is stripped of it. Dragon Aging, Dragonfire. Haven't seen that in a while. Input devices, yep, no Google stuff. Music, okay, it's hidden somewhere on here. Raw data test, settings, shell, SOGU keyboard, system UI, some more Chinese apps there for the books and stuff, and there's a cheeky little bloke down there. If I can dump the system files from this, I will, but I'm not sure how that'll go. Customer feedback. If I run into any problems, I know who to ask. Google. About device. Alright, so 32 gig, 417 meg used of 1 gig, not charging, 84%. Build number. Should we put on developer options? Yep. System update. We'll check to see if there's an update. Nope. Latest version. What's the Chinese tool down here? Oh, this is developer options. Okay. Put the animations down to 0.5. What would that do? I honestly do like the Eink display. It's pretty cool, but as you can see, it just jumping around, it's really choppy. A full Android experience is not going to be really useful. And with this being sort of low-end hardware, it's not going to be as fast as what the Hisense ones would be. This is pretty slow to use. But if you're just using this as an e-reader, then it's fine. But I plan on using this as a normal Android device, and that's already proving to be a bit of a problem. I didn't see Android version. Yeah, there's no Android version either that I can check. Okay, well that's all of settings. Which is file manager? Is it this one? I would say that's file manager. Alright, well let's do this thing to English then. Alright, we've got USB debugging. So now we connected this up to the PC. It's come up as an EPD105. So now I have to copy a command onto this. So we'll do that. And there it is. And it's already English. So I guess I don't have to do much else for that then. Now I've put the folder on here to bring back the launcher, but I'll just quickly open up the stuff that's on here. So what's the little smiley face guy? I'll just agree to that. Did I agree to it? So that's some sort of a bookstore, I'd say. Then that looks like a toilet, kind of. JD.com. These are all the reading stuff, so I won't be able to get too far with this because it's all Chinese. This one, which is a messaging thing. Is this WeChat? It could be WeChat. Oh, look at the animations. Did you see that? More books here. Yes, I agree. I don't know if I agreed to anything. Should we try and run Geekbench on this? Oh, that'll be fun. Wow. Everything just loading up. This is such an experience. What's the little happy bloke here? What does he do? Yes. Yes. There's a bug. Okay. Needs to log in. For the first time in a long while, I can't do a speaker test on this. How weird is that? App Store is here, so look at the depressed bloke just looking down like, what can I do here? Okay, all apps that aren't useful to me. Depressed bloke there. WeChat transfer, MOAAN, Eink, bro. Okay, word processing system, Kingsoft, no, nothing good. HJ Word Games, we'll get to games. Swipe Memo, FV File Explorer. Actually, I might download the FV File Explorer. That might be a little bit more useful than the one that's in Chinese. If it's downloading. Yep, it's downloading. And what's in others? That's funny. Sudoku. Sudoku. Close enough. Note that foo view. I'll just ignore that. Okay. So I'll just okay that. Allow that. Yep. Okay. Okay, come to think of it, this is not useful. I'll use the other one. What is lightning? Oh, a browser. Okay. There we go. This file manager is a little easier. So I put it in download. And then I have this. And then this. And this is everything here. I've just realized the zip folder actually contains a batch file. That would have helped. This will install it all. Yep. It's installing it. Alright, so fluid navigation gestures. So now I'll open up Launcher. And we'll get rid of... There we go. There it is. We have a launcher. Okay. I honestly don't like the navigation gestures. I want a navigation bar. Oh, this is painful. Oh my god. Where the hell is English? Okay, I've just set it to English. There's an ad. I'm going to install the navigation thing. There we go. That's better. So now I should be able to just do this. Then do this. Yep. There we go. That's more like it. Now that's Android. Oh, wow. Might be faster now. Perfect. That was slightly painful. Now that I've got it looking like a standard Android device, I can go ahead and start doing some further testing with it. I want to know what specs are on this thing. I want to run Geekbench. I don't want to try running a game on it. I'm going to have to use this, then this, then this. Did that work? No, it didn't. I'll have to drag the files on manually then. I've sideloaded all the applications on here, but I'm just trying to open up a PDF document, just so I can show you all that ebooks do work. Not that this is an ebook, it's a PDF. Is it going to open up? Oh, there we go. It's opening up the PDF. And did I do it? There we go. We got the Doom Bible. Hooray. So now we can read the Doom Bible if we want to. So we can have a look at all the fun stuff about Doom. So yes, you can absolutely read ebooks on this and it looks good. And can I zoom in? I can zoom in. I wonder where Buddy is. Yeah, I know. Where is our Buddy? Got to just work with the jankiness of this thing. I mean, it's not jank. It's just an Eink display and Android on low specs is just kind of like this. It's not smooth at all. But the text on the display, you know, it looks really good. There you go. Wow, look at it. There's Buddy. Okay, so just showing you all that. And I've got Grand Theft Auto 3 on here. Wish me luck. Device info, hardware, QuickShortcutMaker, Geekbench, and CPU system info. But I want to do a browser test on this. While I'm here, I may as well. You know where I'm going with the browser test, don't you? There is Google. Okay, good stuff. Now, I have to type in MOAAN InkPalm. It's all in Chinese. Didn't I change the language earlier? You can browse the web on this, as you can see. But let's try YouTube then. Let's try a video on this. No sound, but at least you'll get to see what Costa Rica in 4K is going to look like on this. I know I'm pushing this little thing to its limits. It's not intended to play video. You know what? We're here and we're going to try it. We're going to give it a shot. Actually, does it even have an accelerometer? It doesn't even have an accelerometer. I guess there's no point changing the settings to make it 1080p, I guess. Just wait. It's playing video. There we go. Wow. Alright, now you've all seen Costa Rica. Oh shit. Oh, you've seen it all before. That is Costa Rica in 4K on this. Well, I mean, it's a slideshow, but you get the point though, right? See, look, there's the Frogger there. I swear the Yoda phone was a bit faster when it came to Eink stuff than this. Let's open Geekbench. Oh, we've got an all-winner in this. Oh, wow. I was not expecting an all-winner. We'll run the benchmark then. We'll see what we get from an all-winner. I was expecting MediaTek. Turns out I'm wrong. After Geekbench, I'll check the specs, then I'll run GTA 3 for the fun of it, and then we'll do QuickShortcutMaker, and I think that's about it on this device, because there's no point in connecting speakers up to this. Defeats the whole point of a speaker test, doesn't it? I'm very limited in what I can do with this. It's only intended for viewing books and doing some very basic tasks. Anything past that, you're pushing it. Let's see how this goes. It's quite warm. It's getting there. 86% with Geekbench, but I'm hoping that it's better than an MT6580 though. It should be. We got 87 for single core and 161 for the multi-core score. I think this is the first time anyone's ranked Geekbench on this device. The single core is better than an MT6580 with 61 on the MT6580, whereas we've got 87 on this, but 161 for multi-core, whereas the MT6580 is 209. So it gives me a rough idea of performance that we're really dealing with not a whole lot in here. Anyways, I'll need to jump into a conclusion soon, because I want to go to device info hardware and check this. First time on an Eink display, here it is. 1280 by 720, Android 8.1, 1 gig of RAM, and the all-winner chip, which is a quad-core processor with the Mali 400MP GPU, so we know how gaming performance is. Well, we would know how gaming performance is going to be, but since it's on this, not too much we can do there. The system is just all winner. I wonder if we'll have root access in this. The screen, there it is, 1280 by 720, 16 by 9 at 16 Hertz. Oh, hello. Do we have more than 5-point multi-touch? 5-point multi-touch. The memory, 1 gig, 32 gigs of storage. No cameras, battery, 2,850 milliamp hours is the profile though. Do we have an accelerometer in this? Nope. Nothing. We'll try the other app. I just want to see if I've got root access or not. The board is X-Droid. We don't have root access. Sad. The system on chip, 1.8 gigahertz. So even though it's clocked higher than the MT6580, the MT6580 is slightly more powerful in multi-core. 32 gigabyte, 1 gig of RAM, 720p display, which is all confirmed. What does the battery say? 1,294,898 milliamp hours. That's good. CPU temperature, 35 degrees, and sensors, we have nothing. Same with cameras as well. Let's try gaming. Here's what Grand Theft Auto 3 looks like on this. I'm just going to start game. As it is, we'll just see the magic. I've changed the refresh to graphics mode. I'm hoping that it will help a little bit, but I don't think it will, to be fairly honest. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, there it is. The Banshee is getting there. Yep. Awesome. Oh, wow. This is an experience. Well, there's no sound. I know I'm placed on the edge of the red light district where we can lay low, but my hands are all messed up, so you better drive, brother. Rips the door off, gets in. Yep, cool. And there we go. Claude speed getting... Oh my god. Wow. Hang on, we'll change the refresh to text mode again. We'll refresh it. Does this work? Oh, nope, nope, nope. That's not good at all. Okay, nope. Oh, I flipped it. We'll go back to graphic mode. Refresh. Yes, I flipped it. I have flipped the car. That's okay. I've already failed the mission. That was quick. All right, let's try that again. I know that gaming's not meant to be done on this, type of display. Wow, it's like extreme burn-in, you know? I dare someone to play the whole entirety of GTA 3. I just flew off there, didn't I? I dare someone to play the entirety of GTA 3 on an E-Ink display like this. Good luck. I also failed the mission with that. That's enough for gaming. I think you get the point. I can't exit out of this, so I just have to restart. Also, I have noticed the battery life draining a little bit faster than what I'd like. And I was saying it was MediaTek earlier. It's not MediaTek in this, it's all winner. Alright, let me talk about the battery life on this. As you've seen during the video, the battery life is fluctuating. And because of the Eink display not using any power while it's on a static display, so right now it's not using any power. When we start to use Android on this, that's when the battery life starts to drain. With only a 1400 milliamp hour battery, you will notice this dropping quite quickly. I did leave this on standby and I got this. So it dropped from 100% down to 84% in 3 days. And it was estimated to have 28 days, 15 hours, and 24 minutes left, which is absolutely amazing. But that is only just on a static display. Because when I started to use this, as you can see here, it's at 62% with that drop right there. And that's pretty much just me going outside, opening a couple of things up, and doing the thumbnail. It dropped that quickly. So yeah, the battery is just really iffy with this. When it comes to ebooks, battery life will be fine on this. But when you start to do anything else within Android, that's when you'll start to see the battery life drain. As I've already stated, I like the display on this. It is really cool. But for the price you're paying for this, it is an ebook reader that does run Android, but you don't want to really run Android on this because it's almost unusable because of how slow it is, the animations, and graphics and stuff like that. You only want to be doing very minimal stuff. There's also no calculator on this either, or a calendar, so you'd have to probably jump on the App Store and get them. But yeah, just from my testing, that battery life just is okay for a bit, then drops, and then it's okay for a bit, and then it drops. So at least on standby it's good, so that's one thing. Let's finally go into QuickShortcutMaker. Yeah, see, with graphics mode on, it's worse, so I'm probably better off leaving it as text mode for normal applications. Maybe? That kind of works. What am I opening up in QuickShortcutMaker? I'm looking at the screen trying to work them out. Oh, can I launch the Easter egg? I don't know how to. Fear not, I found the Easter egg. I just had to change some settings around. It says tablet status. I mean, it is a tablet because it's not a phone, it's a small tablet. Makes sense. So yeah, if I just go to the Android version, there's Oreo. Well, actually it's a crescent moon, but okay. And we just get that rocking and rolling. And it crashed. Oh, maybe that wasn't meant to crash? No, it crashes. Sorry, I can't get the Easter egg working then. Not that we would have seen our little buddy running perfectly fine, but it would have been good if I could show it. Also, security patch level is July 5th, 2018, quad-core B300. Yeah, this is different settings rather than the other default settings. This is the more normal Android-looking one, which is what I'd much prefer anyways. We have a factory test on here and an aging test. I'm curious. I want to open this up using source copy, and I'm going to mirror the screen to my PC just to see if I can actually check out anything or not. Let's see. It's inverted for some particular reason. So I've got source copy open on my PC, and I can say that even without the Eink display, it's super slow. Oh, it's testing all the functions. Uh-oh. We'll have to reboot it, because I don't know how to go back. The navigation bars didn't stay on screen, by the way. They just kind of crash. All up for this $148 device. The display is great. I really do like the Eink display. While it is one of the cheaper ones, and one that's probably using technology from almost 10 years ago, it's still good for what it is. As an ebook reader with some basic functionality, it is pretty good. But once again, once you start using Android on it, and doing anything that's going to make the screen refresh a lot, like scrolling and stuff like that, you're going to see the battery life drain. It is, just for basic stuff. The price for this is a bit steep, because you can buy secondhand ebook readers cheaper than this on eBay and stuff. Not as cheap as they used to be. They used to be really, really cheap a couple of years back, but they've gone up a little bit in price. You can get one that's a couple of generations back for about $100. Could be better deals out there, it's just from what I've quickly seen. The low specifications provide a pretty sluggish experience with Android, and with the Eink display and its refresh rate, it's even more slow, obviously. Really, you've got to weigh up if this is something that you'd want to buy. If you're just reading books, you could use your smartphone for that. But if it's going to cause eye strain and stuff, then okay, something like this would be fine. But just don't expect too much out of this with the battery life, even though it's holding up now because I'm on a static display. If you try to use it for more than just books and basic tasks, it starts to become quite unusable. And it does warm up quite a bit as well, which you'll see why during the teardown. So look, I can recommend this to folks out there who might want a small little ebook reader, but if it was one of the smartphones made by Hisense that have the Eink display and have more functionality and better specifications, might be a lot better than this basic thing, but since I haven't got one to test, I'm not too sure. As it is cool combining Android with an Eink display, but I just don't think it works on such low specifications. But I don't know, maybe giving this to a kid or something like that to just read books on, or giving it to your older folks to read a book on, you know, it'd be good. I know it was a bit unfair trying to play games and watch videos on this and stuff, but I just wanted to see how it would go on an Eink display, because I've never looked at one on the channel before, so it was a first. But it's definitely been interesting nonetheless though. But you folks will have to let me know down in the comments if you think this is worthy for the price or not, because I'm used to just normal Android devices and the pricing and stuff. So when it comes to this, it's a bit out of my league, so I think you folks will have to have an input as to if this is a good price for a device with the specifications and feature set. I think we'll just quickly tear it apart, take a look at what's inside of it. There's a little panda, and that's it, it's off. I will not be destroying the Eink display, unfortunately. Had to fight with the casing a little bit, but it's all good. There we go, we're in. The battery's at the top, and it's at the... what? That's backwards. Well, that is a 1400 milliamp hour battery there. It's very, very thin, by the way. But yeah, I was not expecting the motherboard to be on the bottom. We do have an internal metal frame as well. I'll quickly lift up the motherboard. That's the motherboard there. Not a whole lot to look at on the underside. No cooling or anything like that. And I'm not going to take the shielding off. If it was the type of shielding that could be popped off easily, I would have done it. But with this shielding, I have to rip it off, and I don't particularly want to do that with this. Well, that's back together, so I can just put this back down into place. I did kind of snap where the buttons are there, but that's okay. It fits back together, and plus the case hides it. Yeah, I think that's really all I can do on this. So I'll display all the specs to the side of the device, so you can see what's in this. Yeah, you folks will have to let me know what you think about this one. I'm sort of torn between it. I like the Eink display. I think it's cool, but I just think it's a little bit expensive for this. That is the MOAAN InkPalm 5. I've looked at an e-ink device on the channel, and I'd like to have a look at another one with slightly better specs than this, and a phone. So we'll have to see in the future if I get offered one. This wasn't really a review, it was just more of a showcase of this cheapo product sort of thing, but if I do have any updates, I'll splice them through the video and let you all know. I've got to give a massive thank you to all the folks displayed on screen for donating during that live stream to see this products reviewed on the channel. I really do appreciate you all. I hope you found this one entertaining. Overall, it was a fairly boring device, but I tried to show as much as I could on this. I believe a couple of people on stream were telling me to go with the Hisense one. Probably would have been a good idea to go with one of them, to be honest, but maybe down the track, it's okay. But you've also made it to the end of the video, so thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. But if you had to use the timestamps to hop, skippity, jump along, that's completely fine. That's why they're there. I wasn't sure how this review would turn out, and I have a feeling it's going to turn out to be a bit of a mess, but I'll edit this down and see how it turns out. Anyways, folks, I'm going to keep on rambling here, so thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and as always, take care, stay safe, be good people, and I'll see you all in the next one, which will be more cheapo crap, which is nothing unusual for this channel. I may be looking at a sample phone next month. Hopefully that won't bother too many people. But until the next time I see you all, please take care of yourself, keep being awesome, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Fuck. How did I do that? Done a 360. What? Can you see yourself? Can cats recognize themselves? You know, in mirrors and stuff? I don't know. Can you recognize yourself? Oh. Now the fridge is turned on.